Welcome to Board Game Homies, where a group of friends play, review, and share about all things board games. Sitting around the table today are
Reed,
Becky,
Gillian,
and I'm Angela. Today we're talking about the future, our 2026 goals, our dreams, and looking back at 2025. Did we meet our lofty aspirations? Guess what? Probably not. Guys, if I went back and looked at our 2025 podcast, one of the things we definitely probably thought we were going to do was play more games with our partners. Reed, you said that you were going to just set up games and have Nat play with you because they would be set up already. How did that go?
I think I got maybe 3 games in that way, which was probably an improvement on previous years.
okay.
Yeah.
has Nat now shifted to asking to not be invited to board games on his birthday, for his birthday?
He, I think, would always opt to not have to play board games in this moment of reflection. Now, we have a number of friends that we get together with, and his sibling and wife. We play board games with them, and he's definitely joined in, but I don't know of a time where he's ever opted into playing board games that is outside of a curated experience that I curate and or force him into.
Reed, we're in this same boat because I also mentioned, I think I used the word tricked. I was going to trick my partner into playing more games with me, and we were going to have like a tit for tat. Like I'd come up with a whole system. Like if I went on more hikes, then I would get to play more board games with her. It actually went down. It was worse. I think she actively was like, please don't ask me to play these games with you. Or we just play Nana all the time. So I failed playing games with my partner.
I often try to engage Ashton when we're playing around her and being like, hey, do you want to play? What do you want to play? And she does opt out of 98% of those
All I
things.
hear is
No, when we went to the beach, we ended up playing like a few games together.
Okay, that was a year ago.
It was still in 2025. It counts.
It was probably the most she had played.
I know,
with me.
and she played too much that she was like, I'm not doing this for another year.
She's like, why do I hang out with you, loser?
Exactly. Because Becky cooks a lot.
Actually, you're not wrong. She will. She only comes over for dinner, and then she's like, I got to get out of here.
yeah, that's a problem though. She distracts us from actually playing games. So
Oh, not wrong. She doesn't listen to this podcast, so she won't beat Gilliam up for that comment.
No, but she does listen sometimes.
But only sometimes.
Yeah, so if she
I know you
glares
gotta
at you
keep
next
on your
time.
toes.
Yeah, well,
Ashley,
Gillian
love
does. Gillian does. Speaking of which, Gillian, Becky, you guys wanted to play more games together. How did that go?
oh, Becky hates me. So
Oh my gosh. You're a punk. No, we have not played very many games together. Definitely here and there, it's like we play one and then we play a second one, and then I'm like, oh, are we going to start? Nope. But life's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, 2025 us was really bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
The beginning of 2025 us. I think we got real jaded real fast with that. One thing that I have noticed as a part of adjacent to Becky and Gillian's marriage, apparently, is that often if we do get ready to play a game, you all will play first as a 2-player or play 2-player afterwards. So there might have been a few of those. You played Galileo Galilei before.
yeah,
We did.
yeah. It's interesting because there are some times when you get the motivation to play, and then it's like exciting, but. I think on like one thing I would like to see is us to play more on weeknights, but man, it's just been the weeknights have been tough. Just feeling exhausted and mentally taxed, and then just not having the energy to play a game.
I feel like if we just push ourselves a few times, it'll be better. But those few times feel like a huge hurdle.
That's how Becky got me into hiking. I'm like, I kind of hate it, but I'm doing it. So maybe that is a tactic.
I do think that's actually accurate. Do I do this to other people in my life for other things?
Oh, Becky, that's too deep. Don't go there. Don't think about it.
I'm going to be thinking about this.
You guys had wanted to play, this is what you said, you had 139 unique games at the time, and you had played 73 of them for 58%, and you wanted to do better than that number this year. Did you come close to that?
Obviously not. I don't even know what number we ended up at because I bought new games, got rid of games that we weren't playing. But I would say on top of Becky and I not playing together, the homies as a whole did not play as many games as we did last year in 2024. So it was just a downer in a way, kind of all around.
Although I am really surprised at how many new games we played this last year.
Yeah, but the expense of not playing more brass.
I know, but there are a lot of new games. We played Ostia, and I love that game. And other games.
We did play 3 new Lacerdas, which is a pretty big feat. We probably could have played like 50 other games in the span of learning and playing those.
We need to do a new Lacerda game every quarter of the year.
Hey, spoiler. Wait till I ask some questions at the end.
Ooh.
One of the things that really influenced us playing less games is that 3 of the 4 of us at the table got a new job. And then it really impacted our lives. I was like, you wouldn't think so, but getting a new job and like working hard, boo, maybe? I don't know. Way less games because way more working.
Yeah, and I had something that I wanted to say, and now it is gone.
That's what working hard does to you.
It's so true.
I think it's interesting how well we as a group have been able to hold the space for the most part. And this last year, we faltered a little bit with our regular game night, and we were kind of experimenting about changing it. And I do think that previously we've been able to find other opportunities to play, and it's just been a busy year. So I'm hoping that this new year, I mean, I'm not supposed to make a resolution yet, but I'm hoping we do carve out more time, or at least hold sacred the time that we have together.
Also, I want to fold into the resolution. I want one of Angela's resolutions to be to ensure that she uses her physical calendar to the extent that it needs to be used.
Guys,
For planning.
I live by the seat of my pants. Just this morning, Ashton was like, these 2 concerts are not next to each other we're going to. She's like, and they're in May, not March. And I was like, they both have M's. And then I actually thought about how I keep thinking that nobody knows about 10B. And I was like, guys, I got 10B. And they're like, you mean the game we got read 8 years ago?
No, more like 3 months ago.
Well, you know what, guys? Time is but a construct. And I constructed us not hanging out as much together. I think it's because Becky got more friends, though.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay. I don't think that's accurate.
I have more
at all.
board game friends, though.
I know.
I know.
Also, I just want to say the 10B situation, you were there when Reed opened it for her birthday.
Did I remember that when I bought 10B? You better believe I did not. And I'm sure that's never happened to me before.
Yeah, especially when we went to the store to buy Shackleton base together.
And you had already bought Shackleton Base.
Not the point. Speaking of me and my successes, one of the things I really wanted to do was to develop a trick-taking collection and play more trick takers. Guys, 10 out of 10, I succeeded and won, but I also wonder if it was kind of a curse for all of us.
You definitely dragged us down with you with that, dragged us up. I don't know.
No, you definitely just dragged me down with you. Because I
we
ended
got
up
to
getting into
benefit.
trick-taking games, and then as a result, I started buying trick-taking games I wanted to play for Reed, because I didn't want them on my shelf, but I wanted to play them, and it was an excuse to get another game.
I'm excited about this. You have taught us so many trick takers the past year. Like, we played so many trick takers, we had to have a whole episode on our favorite trick takers. And I know on our shelves, there are so many unplayed trick takers, and also on your shelf. And so I think we're going to get to do that again, and I'm excited.
I would say in total, Angela and I purchased 5 new board game shelves for trick-taking games.
I thought you were going to say like 5 new trick takers. No, board game shelves to hold the trick takers. Off the rails, guys. Off the rails.
That's like a game you got.
Yeah,
called
I'm
Trick of
so
the Rails.
I'm so excited
which we
for
need
it.
to play. I think having a trick taker that takes 5 to 10 minutes to teach, if that, is such a good time. Like, we don't have to spend time. Well, somebody has to spend time watching videos. It's not me. But I really appreciate just getting to play them. Like, they just get to the table so easily.
They do. In fact, this was one that Gilly and I both wanted to do, but circumstances prevented it. So it's not that we wanted to do it and then couldn't. I mean, like, actually, that is. We couldn't do this thing, which was the board game trick-taking convention that's held in Portland by the Portland Game Collective. Wasn't held this year. And we had all talked about wanting to do more conventions, local conventions or national conventions. How do you think that went for us?
Well, we spent some time talking about having our own trick-taking convention.
But then we just decided that we weren't popular enough to actually
No,
host
that's
one.
not true.
No.
Oh, that's true.
It was more that we couldn't convince Gillian to take all of his trick takers out of the house, and then we didn't have
No.
enough trick takers.
Yeah.
Sure, that was part of it, but then there was also the planning of it, which is a lot more involved than I think any of us want.
We did manage to go to a few more local spots. Unfortunately, though, they went from being longer meetups to shorter meetups based on the time that they could get at the rec centers, unfortunately. So they just became weirdly short. Like, it was only a few hours instead of all-day events.
Yeah, so just a local board game meetup of a general invitation to the board gaming community to meet up and just play games. And it's something that happens, I would say, once every quarter of the year. And it used to be kind of an all-day event, noon to 9 or what have you. But they've since had to cut it back to 4 to 9, which is a fairly short window to work within. Dinner always obstructs us from fully enjoying it. And so that's the meetup that Angela's talking about.
Yeah, and I was very, like, in the beginning stages of thinking about going to Dice Tower West, which is held in Vegas, or going to BGA Con in Texas. And
BGG Con.
BGG Con, right? BGA Con is when I just click the button
on my couch.
And that definitely didn't happen. Not that it's off the table, it just didn't manifest itself. One of the biggest things we wanted to do in 2025 was to buy less games and spend less money. How did the homies take that one?
There are more nuances to that goal. I think Reed had said she wasn't going to buy a game until Lent, I think.
No, I was trying to go the whole year.
Oh, the whole year. Okay.
The whole
so
year.
It was even worse. I mean, a round table, starting with Reed, since we're on Reed.
I definitely try not to buy a lot of games and spend money on games, but I did go to France in January of last year, which was not very far into the year, and was like, oh, I should check out all these Parisian game stores. Oh, I should just buy Chateau Combo and Odin and all of these things that I got in France. So those were souvenirs.
That's still buying a board game
But
for yourself.
I would say that I did not. No. I definitely tried not to buy games. I did go on a few benders when I got excited about games. And then toward the end of last year, I realized, where am I going to put all these games? And I wanted to stop spending as much money. And then also, who am I going to play these games with? I think it was really on the top of my head. And that also helped me to curtail some of it.
Yeah, so Reed didn't make it a single month before buying a game. But definitely relative to the rest of us, except for Becky, bought fewer games than the rest of us.
Yeah, I tanked. I think my year was up and down. I think there were some months I remember being like, I'm not going to buy a game that Gillian has because that's not smart and I can just play it here. And then I was like, okay, also this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is really good, and so is Speakeasy, and I'm sitting at the table like hitting purchase on games that other people own. So that went away. And then sales happened, and that's very bad for my wallet. But you get such a good deal. And then Kickstarter. I had a really bad session. Kickstarter. Also, Reed learned about Kickstarter this year.
And back to her first game.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I wanted you to back it, and then you decided not to back it, and I was like, really interested.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
In
You
that
did.
game.
Yeah, you ended up backing Container.
Yeah, I did not.
Containers.
I did not back Railroad Tiles.
But then you bought Railroad Tiles.
Yeah, I think one of the things with spending is that I opted to not buy random games as much. I bought games that I was really interested in, or games that we played and I was like, oh, I like this game. This is a good game.
I didn't. I bought some random games because they were more than 50% off, and I would say I've learned some lessons. Maybe not. That's for the end of the pod. We'll see. Gillian, how'd you do?
Not well. I ended up buying a ton of games over the course of the year. And I attribute at least part of it to FOMO, in that the unfortunate state of the U.S. and the tariffs that have been placed on other countries and the fear of not being able to buy them in the earlier part of the year really drove a lot of my spending, because I was fearful that I wouldn't have an opportunity to purchase a game in the future at a reasonable price. And so I just went ahead and I ended up splurging kind of the first quarter of the year, and then kind of stabilized it a little bit and spiked a little bit in the later part of the year.
FOMO really gets you.
It does, and it's tough, and we still have a lot of games that we haven't played, but yeah, I've definitely gone through a very recent culling process of identifying games that I think aren't kind of suitable for my shelf right now, or ones that I'm not super jazzed about being on my shelf.
I'm still emotionally processing some of those games, so I don't know if we'll have a chance to talk about those later.
Becky, speaking of culling, you had a goal. You wanted to get rid of Kickstarter games. There were 3 of them. Rising Sun, Endless Winter, and Rourke Dawn of Kiev with their big old playmats. Did that happen?
Well, this really should not have been my resolution. Gillian has been doing such an amazing job selling stuff lately. Like, he's been posting board games to Facebook, to Reddit, and like some of the X-Wing ships as well. And so I have been encouraging it and offering some help where I can, but he's been doing a great job. And I'm very excited. It should not have been my resolution, but I'm very happy.
Where's my congratulatory cookie?
Looks around the table.
We still have Rising Sun and Endless Winter, so...
So you only get rid of one of the 3 of your big boys.
Of the big boys, but we got rid of a lot of other smaller ones. So
It's true. The guest room where the games go to die is looking way better.
except for the stack that I just identified to Cole that hasn't made its way into the guest room.
Okay, maybe it just stays upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on to our goals for the new year and put away this terrible chapter of our successes and robust failures, Reed, the last one goes to you. You were going to give up BGA for Lent. How did that go?
I don't remember.
Girl, you did 0 days of no BGA.
I think I was like, but that would really impact Angela's life. And so, yeah, I don't think I did that.
No.
I probably gave up social media. And I was like, well, maybe BGA isn't my problem. But scrolling Instagram at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But then Angela proceeded to go weeks without playing her BGA
know.
turns.
I took 1 week Thanksgiving vacation
Okay,
to my dad's house.
That was upsetting.
Yeah, and then my percentage dropped on BGA to like 20% because everyone kicked me out of games.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Rightfully so.
Who do you hang out
and then
with?
I had to, I was playing with strangers.
Oh, don't
and then
do
I had
that.
to build my thing back up by playing a million games of Captain Flip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, like your reputation was down to 20?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so bad.
It was so bad. And you can't start new games. You can't play like more than a certain number. It gets really bad if you're I was like, never go on vacation was my lesson.
I didn't
You
know
can also
that.
use like a little time thing where you get
Or-
No, Reed, there were so many games. I was gone for a week.
Angela, to be fair, if I played BGA, I would have booted you from the games too.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I am very patient with you.
It used to
No,
be
I'm just
Becky.
kidding.
Becky
used to be
used
Becky.
It's
the
true.
problem.
I stepped up. And I had to step up during a period when Reed was playing less BGA. Maybe that's when you were in France or like you got a new job. I think it was when you got a new job and I had to step up for Angela and I played a lot of games.
It's true.
Thanks, Becky.
You're
You are the
welcome.
glue.
I really am.
If you want to play games with us on BGA, hop over to Board Game Homies. We have what is it? A committee? A group?
We have a commission.
we have a committee of commissioners in a group. Anyway, hit us up, play a game. Reed started a game for people to opt into, but then didn't pick Castles of Burgundy, so I was so angry. But now we have one. So anyway, come play games with us. It's very fun. We are not sassy. We take our turns. That's what I can commit to.
If you want to taste victory, join a game with Reed.
Wow.
Not wrong, though.
Wow.
Unless it's King Domino and I'm playing.
I'm
playing
King
with
Domino,
most of
you are a
you.
rock star at that.
I crush that game.
And usually the White Castle, but if HummingBelle's in, then
Absolutely not.
how is
Also-
she so good at that game?
Also,
No.
please invite Reed to a random game so we can hear her complain about how she doesn't know how to play it.
You guys, we're playing this game called Challengers right now, and I think I'm winning. And I'm just like, boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I have all the points. Or I don't know if points
You
are good
don't
in that
know how
game.
you got
No,
there.
I have no idea. I think it's, Angela said it was like playing War.
Points are bad, Reed. You should stop.
are they?
Yes, you should stop trying to accumulate them.
Is that true?
Uh-huh.
Is that true?
I have no idea. I've never played the game.
Definitely not.
Having more points is generally good unless you're playing trick-taking games.
Rita's looking at me for reassurance, and Angela is shaking
Becky's
her
just
head
clicking
behind
along,
her.
too. She doesn't know.
No, that's how you play Challengers. You just click or you just flip cards. You're fine. You're doing fine. Keep it up. Maybe.
I will, because maybe I'm winning or losing.
We'll
I
find
don't know.
out.
Either way.
And sometimes Angela, if you join a game with her, she doesn't know the rules either.
Click, 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 baby. Come join us. Let's dig into 2026. We have a little bit of introspection as we fuel our resolutions for the next year. Was there anything that you learned or reflected about in the year of board games that you're going to take with you?
We've been talking about having a podcast topic about this, but the thing that came up for me is just I think a lot of midweight games are super mid, and it really has to hit right because it can't be too short, it can't be too long, it can't be drawn out. It just needs to be fun and punchy and perfect.
You looked at my journal, didn't you?
No,
'Cause that's exactly what it said. It said homies dislike most midweight games.
I did my
Headline.
Clickbait.
I did my podcast homework last night, so
So did I.
not in your notebook.
No, but online. The other thing I learned is that I am surprisingly the least picky of the group.
Oh, yeah, that was a big
No,
revelation.
this is where I was going to go just now. I think that this year, as we played a lot of different types of games, it definitely became apparent that we do tend to lean toward different things or like different things. There were a lot of games that we all really liked, but there was probably more discrepancy in our feelings this year.
Reed got an opinion. She used to be like,
I love this. This is
I
great.
love this. This is great. I'm going to buy this. And then we would judge her when she didn't love it as much.
That's true.
But Reed was straight up like, I don't know about this game.
Okay, I actually did not mention this on the last podcast about top 25 games or top 2025 games. And I was really angry about it when I listened back to the podcast. And I was like, I can't believe that I didn't mention Earth as being the worst game. So that's a correction to myself that I really hated that game. So I'm just putting that out there.
Also, I want to say, I just thought of this because Reed has a lot of hot takes. So, Reed, you are unofficially Reed, the hot take homie.
Ooh, I love that name. Hot Take Homie.
Okay. Well, is Earth a hot take?
No,
No,
that's
that was
legit.
No,
valid.
but I think it is. It's on so many top lists. It's the top of the top list
Okay.
for that year.
Internally, it's not a hot take, but in the broader gaming community,
And we've talked about this before. Please, we invite you to share with us why you think Earth is the best game of 2023. I might not read it, but
I can understand.
I don't understand why.
I see how angry you are because you hate that. I mean,
do.
which one was worse if you reflect back on? Because I think you had a lot of bold takes looking back on it. Was it Great Western Trail or Earth that irked you more?
Oh, Earth. For
Wow.
sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think there's this piece around the table where, to Gillian's point, he's the least judgy homie, and I don't know how to have a good nickname for him. But watching the light leave Gillian's eyes as we tear apart a midweight game was a thing that I learned and was like, we should be really conscious about how we judge these games because his soul left his body.
I wouldn't say soul left my body, but it was fairly jarring because I also learned Reed and Angela, you both have pretty like instant reactions or thoughts to a game. And it's funny because you'll say it and I'll think like, oh, they didn't really like it. Then the next morning you'll send a message like, oh, I really liked that game. It was fun playing. It's like you have to like think on it for a while and decide, oh, yes, I actually did like this and this about it. It was just the gut reaction was a little more negative than maybe you ended up. Or maybe I just misinterpreted completely.
No, we critical. We critical. That's why we got podcasts.
But to your point about like the critique of the midweight games, yeah, certainly it kind of shocked me initially, our like first two or so. But then I had the like thought process of, you know, sitting on it for a while and then deciding like, yeah, I see the issues with it. I'm not as glowing about it as I initially thought. And I kind of settled into the dislike space on several games as a result of that introspection.
And in those conversations, we've also been kind of thinking about like how our collections have become super large. Maybe it's mainly ours, but I'm going to say collectively collections. And it used to be a really curated thing. And so I'm curious if that kind of moves into this year as we're looking at games we're keeping and getting to play more of those games and new purchases.
I would say one thing that's really changed in my purchasing habits are purchasing games that aren't necessarily great at two players. That was kind of a rule that I adhered to for a long time until Homies really formed, but 2025 was the year where I really leaned into, this doesn't play great at two, but I want it for the homies and we're going to try it. And I had some mixed success and some failure, obviously. And so that's one thing that I changed in my purchasing habits.
I also think I got the sense you were intentionally trying to build out more of your midweight. Like, I think you're really attentive to mechanisms that are in your collection. And do you have a game that meets this or that? Does it play well at two players? And I think it felt like through the year you were trying to fill this little gap you had of not enough midweight games. And so then you had a lot. So we played a lot of midweight games, which led to this. Do we not like midweight games, or are there no midweight games? And I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that was spurred on by the fact that there were a lot of midweight games that got rave reviews in 2024 that didn't really hit the U.S. market until 2025. And so among those are Galileo, Wondrous Creatures, River of Gold, and amongst others. And so, yeah, it was very much I was getting those, one, because tariffs, and I was scared that we were going to be able to get them at a decent price. And also I was very much interested, as Angela said, to kind of expand my midweight game collection and see how we sat there, because up to that point we largely played kind of heavy-ish midweight games or heavy games together. / trick takers, which are much lighter.
For the year, as you look back on it, anything that was disappointing to you as you move into the new year that you're reflecting on, other than Earth? For me, it was, I know this is a board game podcast, right? So we give you our opinions on games. We like a very specific type of game. And I think what I really learned is to try to not fall for what the hype is for people, even that I think our game tastes are the same. And that's really hard. We played Spectacular. Looks around the table to make sure I said the right game. Which I had been interested in. I had made some lists of reviewers that I think we have similar tastes. And the game sounded interesting. And then we played it, and I think it fell a little flat. There was a confusing section in the few times we played it, and I was like, wow, I would usually buy just whatever that makes a list, and I really like these folks. And so the hype really got me, and so I'm trying to, what I learned is to not be so easily swayed by something and to actually do more research into whether a game is going to hit for me, and I think I lost that last year.
We talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but I am sad that Gillian and I didn't play more games together, and some of it feels out of our control, and some of it we probably could have tried harder. But I think every year I'm hopeful that it will change and things will get better. So we'll see how many games we play, just the two of us.
As far as disappointment goes, I think I'm kind of in line with what Becky said, but extending it a little farther, is I'm disappointed that the homies haven't played as many games as we had anticipated in 2025. So hoping to correct that in 2026.
I think we already talked about not playing games with our partners as much as we had wanted, but I do have like a side to that, which is kind of exciting, and that my kiddo, who is now 9, the other day he wanted to play the Duel for Middle Earth, and he beat me, and then we played Isle of Cats Duel, and I love that at this point we're able to play games together that are like adult games that I would play with other people, and so I'm not in the playing kid mode game. And so I do think that even though I was sad at not playing as many games at my home before, I think that I'm hopefully turning a corner on that.
Cool. I have a follow-up question. Do you pull punches?
I think that the punch that I pulled was maybe in Isle of Cats when I didn't really think, like I could have like moved my cat away so he wouldn't have been able to take a turn. And I did not, but I did not pull punches. I had to explain to him what the cards meant and what they would do sometimes. So there was a moment of like kind of giving strategy, especially because he almost won Lord of the Rings in like 2 different ways. He had most of the area control covered. And so I had to explain to him like what those cards were and how he could use those. So it was more like a guiding his options.
I do that with Becky sometimes.
Oh my God. I was just about to say, I do that for all of you.
Yeah. I mean, Becky does that with me as she sympathetically looks across and is like, you could do this, or spice is the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Angela too.
Yeah, it's why I have kept losing at King Domino, because I'm really just making sure that everyone keeps playing
Okay.
by throwing myself under the bus and making poor decisions. It looks like poor
Interesting.
decisions, but it's really helping you guys.
I just want to say the only game I don't give advice to is viticulture, because I just want to crush people like grapes.
You're not helping your case to get that expansion played, Gillian.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's coming on Tuesday.
I'm so glad you 3 are going to play soon.
Becky will be cooking for us. It'll be great.
I will do that.
Bold take. Becky will love viticulture in 2026.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Is the cooperative only 2 players? Or
No,
we
you can
play?
do all 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just some people want to win. And
I
be
some
I
people
still
just
don't know
want
if we
to-
like cooperative games.
We're figuring it out.
I don't know. Like, we haven't played many cooperative games as a whole.
We're playing more. That's a bold take in 2026.
I mean, I think we only played like 2 or 3, so.
Is someone writing this down?
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to need to write this
It's
down.
recorded for
For us
the
to
thing.
not remember until we talk about it in
Yeah.
2027.
Hey, I did have to re-listen to that pod and be like, we were the stupidest people thinking we could do these. And then I got to trick taking and I was like, we did one of these well. Speaking of the new year, okay, we're finally ready to put to bed 2025. New things, new us. Starting with any resolutions or goals that you have for 2026.
Well, since my last one was not really something that I took ownership of or really should have been mine to do, I decided that I want to learn and teach Gillian one new game once a month.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say once a week.
Oh my gosh. I don't think either of us would do that. But you do so much of the learning and setting up. I feel like I can help us play more games by doing some of that load.
That's a great goal.
I know. Also, Gillian appreciation moment.
For
For
the load.
For all of us, not just your 2-player games.
Yeah. How many new games did we learn from Gillian last year?
12.
Probably 50.
Well, to be fair, the bulk of our preparation is like generally watching a video, and then I go provide an overview before we play.
Yeah, the overview is a lot easier for me than a video. And it could be you, yes. It could also be the game in front of me, upside down, that it's easier for me to understand than watching somebody else's upside down video. I don't know.
Wait.
I would hope their video is right.
Look,
side up.
Yeah, wait,
You
hold
can't
on.
really see the boards on a lot of like.
No, that
playing
is
videos.
true.
Look, Reed, when we play in person, is just like click, click, click. I don't know. How did I win? I don't know. La, la, la.
What is the goal of this game? Okay, I'm going to do the opposite.
Okay. Again, I look for a loophole.
Wondrous
Yeah.
creatures? I'm not going to play any creatures.
Vitella
Okay,
sort of game?
we'll talk about that later.
That was a bad one to bring up. Yeah,
That was a really bad one because you did go heavy creatures.
she did win twice.
No, I lost
the
by
second
3
time
points.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I
It-
forgot.
It does feel like you won twice, so sorry, Gillian. Sucks that you didn't actually win.
Yeah, it was a surprise that you did. But that's for
Well, in my
I was
invisible
too.
app, I win every game that I put in.
Okay. I know that I just said we're putting the past behind us, but I'm going to resuscitate my goal from 2025. I have a new way to approach not buying as many board games. The first is that I got some gift cards for Christmas, and my new thing is going to be I'm going to try and limit my spending to just what I sell on the used shelf and those gift cards and see how far I can make it, which means not purchasing a Kickstarter, not looking for great deals, not buying stuff off of Facebook Marketplace, and trying to see if I can make it. Hey, we are mid-January. That's like 3 weeks.
And that also means that you're not going to be able to get any Japanese trick takers.
Yep, I know. Let me tell you, 2025 is a year that I learned that a single deck of cards from Japan costs as much as a mid to heavyweight board game.
Angela.
But it's usually appreciated more by the homies.
That's true. We do love a trick taker.
You are supposed to help me on these goals, Becky.
Well, no, okay. So what I was gonna say is with the credit, I love that. That's free money. That is literally free money, and so that doesn't even count.
I mean,
as
You've
purchase.
literally already spent the money and you're just
Yeah.
getting
No,
half
no, no.
MSRP
Math.
back.
If you don't think about the spent money, then it is free money.
It is free money, okay? Because think of the times we played them, most of them, maybe one we didn't play, but you got value out of it, and now it's just free money. So I also think that you should add, if you have money in your Venmo account, or if you start selling stuff on eBay from your garage, that's all free money, and that can go towards your Kickstarters and Japanese trick takers if you have to buy them.
You didn't tell me that was an option.
Oh, Gillian. I don't think you want to bring that up, but you are using that money as free money for your comic books. So
Oh no, he's just shifted.
My resolution for 2026 is a group-wide thing, and that's to play more games more frequently.
Oh, I'm here for that one.
yeah, do we have any strategy for that?
This is the last episode of the podcast.
Oh my god! HummingBelle, it's not true. I feel like you're maybe the one who cares the most.
Her dog needs to go on a walk and poop. What is she going to listen to if it's not us?
Probably good content.
That's not wrong.
Sorry, Gillian.
I support Gillian. Unlike Becky not helping me keep to a budget, I am wholeheartedly going to be over here every weekend on a Sunday. Football season's almost over. The Seahawks will probably win the Super Bowl.
Don't jinx it.
Okay, well, too late now.
No, don't do that for
Don't
the
do
podcast.
that for the podcast.
Yeah, Malcolm
Well, you have
Malcolm
to
will
knock
not.
on wood.
Or Malcolm will
No,
bark.
they're the Seahawks. I don't care.
I care.
No, I have to knock on wood again.
Yeah, I
I'll
won't
just
play
do it.
games for weeks because of depression.
Yeah,
Blues, yeah.
I'll scoop that up.
Okay, I think strategy. So I'm thinking about.
We can
Me.
also just talk about this. Like,
Wait, no, this
outside
is
the
important.
podcast.
I need to find some meals that are quicker to cook or spend my remote day like boiling a chicken all day, like a stewing hen. So then I have that to make dinner faster. And I don't know,
Some of this is going to fall on Nat because he's going to have to make
No,
food
that's
for
true.
us.
That's
Yeah.
true. Guys, we're going to be at my house
Yes.
at some point
that's going to help too.
when I have the ability to live in my house. And then my husband, who's a chef, can make food for us.
I love that. Also, guys, I already decided that we're going to just play board games at Reed's house for 2 months, so I hope that's okay.
Yeah, we need to get through all of her bed board games. The
Yes.
games that constitute her beds right now.
It's really a problem. That's probably why I had to stop buying board games, not for any other reason other than I cannot fit them in my living space.
Yeah, because her parents didn't want to sleep on board games.
That's true. We don't have enough beds to put all the board games under. I think that I want to have more opportunities that are like I am playing this regular evening and just having that space open. And I don't need to be. I just totally lost that thought, or it was like, I don't need to share that I just space out on the internet for a long time. Maybe it was that. I'm like, I would like to just play games and be active with each other.
That's totally true for us, too. Like, there are a lot of nights where we just zone out, either watch TV or just surf the internet. And so it'd be nice to peel away from that and actually start playing board games instead.
I'm hopeful that if we just get started, maybe we can keep up the momentum.
Yeah, I try not to set too unrealistic goals for myself. Like at first I was like, I'm going to watch more board game videos to learn board games better. And that's not going to happen. So I think that for me, I wrote down like being really present and holding that space together that we have, really sacred, as we mentioned, and just being able to focus on the time that we have to spend when we play games. Playing games is such an interesting thing to do where you get to come together and like be with a small group of people and just engaged and laughing. And that has been something that's been such a wonderful experience. And other people, there are a lot of people that listen to us that aren't in the United States, but it's like, you know, our kind of democracy is crumbling right now. And it's nice to have a little bit of time to spend with each other as maybe the world's falling apart. Is that too much? I don't know. Too much. Angela's looking at me like, ah!
Angela doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't even know who our president is.
I don't watch the
God.
news for my own sanity's sake. I am uninformed unless it's about board games.
So escapism, board game escapism. But more than that, I don't want to just escape. I want to like intentionally spend time together.
Unless it's Great Western Trail.
Unless it's Great Western Trail, and then I'll cook dinner
I love it.
Yeah, I think
for 6 hours.
the commitment needs to be we need to find more games like Earth and Great Western Trail, but you only get to that point by playing more games with your friends.
I mean, hopefully we don't get to that point and we just all get humdingers.
Humdingers.
I heard that on a show recently and it brought it back for me.
Yeah, I don't want to invest 10 hours into playing Great Western Trail and learning about Great Western Trail ever again.
That's really
I
scarred
don't
you.
think you did.
Certainly not well. You didn't play them well.
You're just clicking randomly in El Paso.
No, I did watch some videos or thought about watching videos. For maybe felt like I needed to watch videos. And then that game was like, I don't know, 45 hours, however long it took. Maybe 3 hours. It was a long time.
One of the things, and this came up last year, that I'm trying to think about how I can balance this, because learning a new game is often a hurdle. If you're the one teaching it, you've got to learn, you've got to read the rule book, and then you still make mistakes, and then Becky reads the rule book, and then she finds all the mistakes you made. And trying to find the balance of playing games that we already have where the overhead is a little bit lower. I think what gets hard is you're like, oh, I gotta at least skim the rule book, but that's better than having to learn a brand new game. So I want to play some of the other games that are just on our shelf, and this came up when we talked last year of how do we just have an easy game and say, hey, we're just going to play Clank right now, or we're going to play Dune right now, and add those into the mix with the new games that we want to play.
I think it will help if people stop buying new games. So I know.
Becky, you got a
First
curtail
offender.
it.
I know, but I believe in myself. And so I think it's going to be a great year.
I also have one other thing too. Sorry. Very reflective this morning. 2-player games. It's interesting that we have a group of 4, so it's a little bit harder for us to get 2-player games, but they're
divisible by 2.
That's true.
Yeah, there aren't 3 of us, Reed.
Okay, but how often have we divided
I know exactly.
by 2?
We've only had one 2-player game night specifically, which was for Becky's birthday.
And it was a tournament.
like 8 or 9 months ago. It was a very long time ago at this point. You're almost due for another one, Becky. So, yeah, a lot of 2-player games have been coming out, and I would like to play more.
Not me. I won't help you with this goal.
Wow. Are you lashing out at me?
Becky, the reason we played less games, you got a new job, and now we don't play on Mondays anymore during our lunch times. You're ruining everything.
I know.
So to kick into the new year, we thought we would try something to encourage us to play new games. Each of the homies wrote down 25 games that are currently in our collections or somebody else's collection that we desperately want to get played. So we took this concept from Jenna at the Board Game Garden, where we created a shelfie board of all of the games we want to play. We accumulated all 100 of these games. Then we removed all of the duplicates, unless you look at the picture that Becky will post and you see the duplicates that I accidentally did. And we came up with a list of games we are 10,000% probably most likely going to play this year. Guys, what games are you excited about playing in the new year?
Okay, I have a list. So the first one is Tend, but what if I hate it? It's a flip and write, and it kind of makes me think about Stardew Valley, but what if it's not good? Also, Goblin Vaults, which I think is self-explanatory. Stoked for that.
I don't think it's self-explanatory at all.
No, you should have just left it. I was like, yeah, let them wonder what it is.
No, I think it's self-explanatory about why I'm excited about it.
Oh, because you're a goblin. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a little gold goblin.
Yeah, and I get to have a vault where I'm going to keep all my stuff. It's perfect.
Hopefully.
Also, Kinpiro Council, Tales of Arthurian Knights, Ironwood, Fate of the Fellowship, The White Castle Duel, On Mars, Joyride, Evacuation, Federation, Trick of the Rails, 10B.
Are you just listing every
No,
game?
it's not all
like
of them.
Becky's going
No.
down. We have 66 games.
Unique games, yeah.
Unique
It's not
games.
all of them, but I'm really excited about all of those, and so I had to say all of them.
And I would say, like, I am very much excited for a lot of games too this year. A lot of them are actually on our shelves already. Actually, all of them are on our shelves or on order at the least. But we have, since we kind of generated this list, started playing some of these games that kind of make up this top 66 for 2026. And among those are Bottle and Paternal Decks and Wondrous Creatures. And so we're trying to make a concerted effort to start playing these games. And so far, we've at least put our foot in the door in terms of getting in there and accomplishing this goal. But among the ones I'm most excited for are Civolution, which I know Angela's super pumped by. Steffenfeld game published in 2024 that I had all year and never played. And then also looking at Sweetlands, which is another game that just fulfilled this year that I'm super pumped to play. Another heavy Euro game that has some similarities to some of my favorite Euro games, being like Terra Mystica and some others.
Our trip to the coast, where we have our kind of board game retreat for a couple of days, I am excited because, you have to limit the number of games that you bring. You don't want to be traveling. You don't want to be teaching 97 different games a day. And so there's a balance. And I've been really excited to try and set up baseball highlights so that Reed and I can play in the morning over coffee and that the group can play. One, that'll get into her 2-player loving play. It's a game we've talked about. It's a theme that I like. It's deck building. So baseball highlights 2045, I have to play before 2045. Gillian mentioned Civolution. I'm also interested in Carnegie, which was something that Gillian ended up picking up. Moon Colony Bloodbath has been sitting around, and I just want to know if that game sucks or doesn't suck. So it's just kind of sitting. Shackleton Base, which now that I don't know if you guys know, I maybe bought on purpose. I remembered I bought it. No, I didn't. I totally forgot. And then tried to give it to Gillian for his birthday.
You didn't even try giving it to
No,
you
because
bought me something
because you
else.
didn't even want it. You were like, I don't want that.
No,
game.
I wanted it, but then I didn't want to buy it, so I encouraged Reed to buy it, and you also encouraged Reed to buy it because you
we
forgot that you
literally
got it
bought
for
it
me.
together.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then I was like, Gillian didn't want this game so much that he made Reed buy it. So then I bought you a different game. But anyway, Shackleton Base, I really want to play Reed's copy. And like Gillian said, also Sweetlands, but one that I'm excited about because it takes up so much shelf space for Gillian and myself So I'm like, if we get these played, we can make some decisions, which is Dwellings of Eldervale, which then was remade into the new edition. And it's a game I can't remember what it's called.
Andromeda's Edge.
Exactly. One's a fantasy theme, one's a space theme. And if they're good or not, or if we need two in the collection, then one of us can yeet it and get a whole bunch of shelf space. So I'm kind of excited. They're big boxes, though.
You mentioned a number of games that are on my list. Moon Colony Bloodbath, I am very excited to play. I hope it's great. White Castle Duel, I am so excited about that, and I would need to make the effort to play that soon. I'm really excited for the Zombie Princess, the Rebel Princess that's based on Spades.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't have it. I haven't pre-ordered it. I'm sure one of you has.
I
Gillian?
have.
I did.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And then Shackleton Base, yes. I also don't do as much research as you all do on what board games are coming out. So I had a hard time thinking about what things were. And a lot of the things that I listed as far as like the games that made my portion of the 66 unique games were games that are in our collection or my collection that I want to get played.
Oh, I was looking at Becky, then I forgot she just read an entire list of games. As
Don't make her do
exciting
that
list.
again.
There are a number of games on the list because we had duplicates, but what we're going to try and do is if you don't follow us on the socials, Instagram, we'll see if we're good and post this on BGG. Becky just squinted slightly because maybe it won't go up. But we're going to just try and count down. So every time we get a couple of games played, we're going to color in the shelf and the games that are on that shelf and then post a new picture. So you will maybe slowly see the shelf fill up. But there are a number of blank spaces for games that we didn't have at the moment. One of the games that I think we will get played and make it onto this drawing, and it's the only game I'm buying off of GameFound Kickstarter, is Brass Pittsburgh. Are you guys excited for Brass Pittsburgh? And if not, I can't talk to you anymore. But then also, what games are you excited about that you've heard that are making their way down the pipeline?
I would say I'm tentatively excited for Brass Pittsburgh. I have a low-key concern that it's going to be too fiddly, just based on the previews that they provided so far. But yeah, as a concept, I'm super excited. I love Brass Lancashire and Brass Birmingham a lot. And a new evolution would be welcome just to kind of change things up. But I am worried that it might be a little fiddlier than I'd like.
I'm very scared. I am so scared. Every time I see an update, I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. And I just feel like Brass Birmingham is basically perfect. And so I don't know. How do you make it better? Maybe Brass Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they had whiskey. That's how you make it better.
I do like whiskey.
I mean, the people that made it, Roxley, made an already really good game better. And Brass Birmingham is a very beautifully designed game. And so maybe you should trust a little bit. No?
I think it's already perfect.
Well, you think it's perfect without maybe seeing something that's more perfect.
That's true. I'm scared.
Either way, it's being added to Gillian's shelf and mine. So, and I think it's one that, because there's so much hype and excitement to play it, I think we'll play it as soon as we get it. That is a bold statement considering the number of games we were very excited about that sat on a shelf for a while.
Or under the bed.
True.
Speaking of under the bed, this is a brief interlude. So my child is in trouble for something, and I banished him from the television remotes. And so he's been watching World Series of Poker. It's actually not World Series of Poker. It's a World Poker Tour. And I told him that I had a bunch of poker chips. And so I have 400. I have a very large box of the Roxley iron clays. And so the other day I hear this like and like some shuffling, and he was trying to carry this huge box of poker chips all over the house so that we could play poker. And now it's sitting in the middle of the living room because he can't lift it up from the floor. It is a very heavy box, but
Is
it's
it
pretty funny.
heavier than a Lacerda?
It's very heavy. Like it's definitely well, especially for a 9-year-old. I think a 9-year-old could handle a Lacerda, but it's got to be heavy.
That's a lot of iron glaze.
I know, and I don't even have brass,
Yet.
which is also funny.
You need
is
to also
brass
get brass
Pittsburgh the
Yeah.
one that I'm gonna buy? No,
I mean, you
probably
still
not.
live in Pennsylvania, not Pennsylvania.
I
Yeah,
did.
Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia, different area, but I do love I think that Pittsburgh is one of the most beautiful cities. That's a hot take. It's very pretty.
That's a very hot
that is a
take,
very
yeah.
hot
Yeah,
take.
they did a lot of work post the time period that Brass Pittsburgh takes place in, and really spent a lot of time cleaning up the city. And it's got a lot of bridges and rivers and a funicular, which is an incline gondola
If
thing.
you are not from the United States and you want to travel to Philadelphia, it is a place that apparently is beautiful, but also where walking down the street, someone will scream and yell at you and maybe hit you with their car.
Did that
Street
happen to
law.
you, Angela?
Yes, absolutely. Have you been to Philadelphia?
No, I haven't,
Pittsburgh is
actually.
safely several hundred miles away.
That's
No, that's
good.
not 700 miles, is it?
Several.
Oh, I thought you
hundred.
said 700. I was like, what? No way.
It's like a 5-hour drive. Anyway, yes. My heart might be left in Philadelphia, but not because I wanted to. Probably because it got like ripped out and stepped on. I did live there for a long time.
There is a game that's coming out. I had to pull up my Kickstarter because a lot of games have fulfilled and they're just like shipping, or I've just recently got them in. But a game that was funded that's going to be available to everybody. You did not have to Kickstart it. Again, why do I do these things? I don't know. You only get it 5 minutes early, then we don't play it. But is Cascadia Alpine Lakes. I really like
I didn't know you
Cascadia.
bought that.
Yeah. Ashton, again, I have learned my lesson. I am actively now selling the games I thought Ashton was going to play with me. Don't tell her. But they're making it into the cull pile because we don't play. But Cascadia is one of the rare exceptions that she loves and plays. And so I'm hoping Cascadia Alpine Lakes, because you can just kind of build up. If you already know how to play Cascadia, it won't offer too much outside of the realm. And I think Cascadia is a great game. When people get together, I would prefer to play Cascadia than like a party game.
I'm excited to play that with you. I am looking forward to Gillian eventually someday getting Eternal Decks. We played that recently at Angela's house, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play through 2-player. Not that I can only play 2-player games with Gillian, but it seems like it'll be a good one for us to have someday.
I really want to play that game more. We did just the first scenario.
First two.
First two.
Yeah, that is one of my regrets for 2025 was not buying it when it was available for a short period of time from Portland Game Collective. But they are making, they're printing it, their version of it. It's going to release summer of 2026 that I've pre-ordered.
It's a good game if they're still available for pre-order, but it's not. I thought it was going to be more trick-taking than
No,
it
no,
is.
it's not labeled as a trick taker.
No, I don't know why I thought that Japanese card game. I thought it would have those mechanics.
That's generalization, Angela.
I know. Terrible of me to stereotype the Japanese card game that I did. But look, here's the thing. That game's really fun. It's like a puzzly game, and I can't wait to record on our thoughts after we get a few more sessions underneath. But you don't need to listen to the hype. Don't back it if you don't want to. It's very expensive.
No, it's not. It's $45
Really?
from Portland Game Collective.
Oh, wow.
It's also beautiful. Like, shout out to how beautiful that game is.
Are they redoing the art for the remake?
No, but they are maybe changing the colors to be more colorblind friendly.
Wow, way to make the game more accessible. I have the bad version.
It's also beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. To close it out, we're going to do a round robin guesstimate so that when I listen to this podcast a year from now, I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to see who got the closest, award points based on who was the closest. Let me get my pen handy so I can write down what everyone's answers are. Then we'll see who ends up being the winner of 2026 based on the goals that they set at the beginning of this episode, as well as these questions. Question number 1. Person who gets closest to the answer will gain the point at the end of the year. How many games will get culled collectively from the homies?
Do we get to include the knowledge that we have right now of how many games are kind of
You
on the cull shelf
do,
right now?
absolutely.
57.
50.
Is this Price of Right? prices, right? What's the tiebreaker, Angela?
Oh, what a great question. I don't have one.
Also, what's the prize? I was going to interrupt you, but that seemed rude.
You
It's
get
one of the cold
one
games.
of the cold games.
No.
You actually, they're just iron clays. You get it like
what did
100.
you get? Can you repeat what you said?
How many games collectively? Oh,
what I
Reed's
said?
number?
57.
50.
49.
Wow, I'm going to say 65. Are you thinking about changing it now?
No, Gillian should say 1.
No. We're not playing Price is Right rules. No, if everybody goes over, no,
Also-
that would make him the biggest loser.
Okay, so here's my thought. Becky said 50, and we're like tottering around 50, and then I'm like, well, let me go sell these 7 more games.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
that's
I
not
win.
cool because if we figure out how many people have. Oh, this is
No,
just going to be.
no one is going to remember this except for
Exactly.
maybe Reed.
Thank you,
Nobody's
Becky.
gonna remember this conversation.
Gillian, what was your number?
Especially me.
I said 49.
49.
I feel like it's probably what we're selling right now. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay. All right, we'll see when the new year comes. Next question. How many Lacerda games that are new to us will we play?
3.
4.
Wow.
Mine was kind of a hot take.
I
Because
know.
I know that there's 2.
I know.
And then I've been thinking about another one.
Ooh, that is a hot take. Which one?
It's a surprise.
Whoa.
Does this count Speakeasy, which we technically played this year?
No. Oh.
It
It
it's
doesn't
new to
for
us
me.
in 2026, though.
Did we count it in 2025?
No, we
How
did
many
not.
Lacerdas? We did because it made our
Yeah.
best of
Oh, sure
2025
did.
list. Yeah.
Did we play in December?
Oh, I think we did, actually.
I don't
remember.
actually remember time.
We're not good at round robin.
Well,
Poor Angela's like, this will be the snappy part of the pod.
I didn't tell you guys the questions.
I think I'm going to say 3.
So 2 we know for sure, and then 1 mystery, leaving it open.
Vinos.
Wow, Becky did do the
Is
4.
that your so my question about Vinos is that there's 2 versions.
Oh, obviously, it comes with both.
Oh, it does?
The deluxe version comes with
Oh,
both.
this whole time I was like,
You know what? I'm going to be bold. I'm going to live with Becky. I'm going to say 4.
4.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna
originally
say
I
5.
thought it was going to be 3. Do we even have 5 left to play?
Yes.
I did do a playtest last year. Does that count?
No, that was last year.
Yeah.
This is new
I'm
year.
never doing it again.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
was
you're
like,
never
I
doing
could
it
do
again,
this year.
so.
Nope, not happening.
What is the total number of games we will play, whether ones we've played already or are new to us, that we will get played this year?
So this is games, not plays.
Correct. How many games
Like
will we
new
get
to
played?
us?
Nope. New or games we've already played before.
I'm gonna say 220.
Wow.
221.
That's a goal.
Aspirational, yes.
I'm going to say 130. Feels like a lot.
I'm going to say 150.
Wow. I am going to say 165. How many of the games on our big board that we will be posting the photo of will we get played? Including the fact that we have probably about 12 blank spots in there.
Well, are you including those blank spots or are you including the unique games that are currently on the list, which is 66?
True. Actually, if we put the new games on there, it's probably because we played them and then we're just coloring them in. So out of the 66 games that are on our board, how many will we play?
66.
Gillian is 100. Reed, are you?
I am 100%. I think we should try it. Also, since 10B's on there twice, it just helps us get closer to that.
I also want to say 100% because I think we're going to be motivated, but I'm not going to since the other two did. And I'm going to say
3.
54.
Oh, Becky.
Wow, Becky, way not to believe in us.
That means we're going to have to push
I mean,
over 54.
I'm going to say, like, give or take a couple.
No,
like,
no,
but
no,
I'm going to say
no.
why. I still think 100%.
No,
but what
no,
happens if there's,
no,
like,
just
some, like,
disregard.
catastrophic
Yeah,
thing where, like, Malcolm eats a game or something? He wouldn't.
Or
He
like
would never
there's
do
a
that.
media house fire.
And what,
I
he
know,
dies?
yeah.
And then we can't play games? Or the game is
Oh,
gone?
my
I
God.
know, why would you say that? They're just going to buy
The
the game
game
again.
is gone.
Also, he's a corgi. He has little legs. He can't even reach the shelf.
He's a very good boy. He doesn't eat board games unless Angela puts carrots in them.
Or if somebody leaves the board game trash on the ground, and then maybe he'll eat it.
Oh my gosh, he's just gonna sleep on it.
Actually, one of our pets did pee in a box of quacks of Gwendolyn Burke.
It was not mine. I want to be clear.
was
It
not
was
mine
not
either.
Malcolm.
Whose animal was it?
Ashton's. How many Kickstarters or Game Found games will we buy this year?
Does this count the ones that we've already ordered?
No, because we've already put money. That's like free money. This is new money.
0.
Okay, that's immediately going to be wrong because we did just talk about Brass Pittsburgh, so that's
Okay.
like 2 immediately.
Well, are you collectively like
Or for
backing, even
me.
if it's the same campaign?
No, if it's so count them even if it's the same campaign. So as a unit, how many
So like
Kickstarter?
if you and I back it, it would be 2.
That's 2.
Two.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't know how to predict Angela. You're just
It's really predicting you.
8.
8.
Go.
I think Angela's gonna kickstart more than she's planning on.
I think so too.
Wow, you guys are so not supportive. Wow, I'm getting new
I know.
friends.
I literally told you how to get free money so you can kickstart games.
Jeff, we are going to hang out more because my friends don't believe in me.
I don't know. This is not my realm. I'm kind of stressed out. I have one game on order from Kickstarter,
goodness,
and I don't
Reed.
even know.
Wow. So
Such a-
is your answers okay? Your answer was 0, so I'm going to put the 0 down.
No, put 2.
Okay.
Put 2 down.
Becky, you said 8.
I'll say 7.
Gillian will say 7. I'm going to go with Becky. I think there will be 8.
Well, then you do need a tiebreaker. Unless you're doing
No,
all the
then she
points.
gets a point. I get a point. You obviously
Oh,
will
you
get
guys
no
are going to share the
points.
victory.
No, absolutely not. Okay, how many games will Angela forget that she bought?
You
Guys-
bought a lot of games at the end of last year. Like, a lot.
So this isn't the spot where you throw me under the bus. This is where I
do
throw
you
me under
remember
the
all
bus.
of
Are
the
you
games
saying
that
you,
you just
you
bought?
forgot you bought it, or that you buy it and you already had a copy, or somebody else in the group had a copy?
How many times will Angela find out that she made a stupid error in purchasing?
3.
It happened 4 times this year, I think.
Really? Mm-hmm. Beyond Shackleton Basin.
It was Shackleton Base 10B.
Well, I don't know if 10B was a mistake. Well, it was a mistake if
It
you
was. She
didn't know
didn't
that.
realize you
Yeah,
had it.
Guys,
Yeah.
No, she was so excited. To
Wonderland's
tell us.
War tokens.
Oh yeah, Wonderland's
Oh,
War
that's
tokens.
true.
I keep forgetting that you bought them again.
Yeah, wait, it gets worse. The new, the refined player mats for Wonderland's War. I knew that I had bought them. I just thought they were never going to ship, and then they shipped.
See, that's the problem. You could mask some stuff, Angela. You could just make these errors and not tell us. And
No, I
document
will
it.
be
Shut up.
honest because I have to give myself a number.
I'm still going to go with 3.
4.
I want to hear your number first,
Wow, Reed, you said 4. Becky
No,
said
I said 3.
Oh, sorry. Wow, Becky, you don't believe in me. I'm gonna say I have 0 this year. I'm gonna say I have 1 this year.
Okay, that's
Okay.
Okay, I'll
better.
go 2. I'll go
Okay.
2.
Oh God. Because I have a belief that I'm not gonna buy a game. So why would I buy a game
I mean-
twice, right?
I know how last year went.
Okay.
so-
All right. Okay. This one is a yes or no. Will Gillian need a new shelf to put his board games on?
No.
No.
I'm gonna put yes. Hell yeah.
It counts if we buy another section for trick takers.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's where I think it's coming.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
None of us do.
That's the thing, Reed. It's a guess. That's what guessing does.
I'm sorry, yes.
We're all jerks to each other.
I mean, there is a trend.
okay, this one is hard because it feels like, so this might have to be like the tiebreaker bonus question. It's a yes or no. Will Isle of Cats still be in the Becky and Gillian collection next year?
I can't influence that. It's become obvious. So it's all up to Becky's thoughts, not vibes. Or vibes, not thoughts.
Okay, well, I just
No thoughts, just vibes.
I was picking on Reed, but I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
I'm going to say no as well, because I'm just going to like take it there when she's not looking. And then she'll never know it's gone.
I will.
You have the pins. Little cat pins.
That's true.
Oh, those are going in the bin too.
You don't
a
even
couple
know where
more
they are. I
bucks.
have them squirreled away.
Oh, God, you don't even know where they
Little
are.
goblin. No, I know where Becky's pins are. She sends pictures sometimes.
Oh, weird.
I hope that whatever happens, you're happy about it and you don't do it under duress.
Boo,
and that you make a
Reed.
good decision about Isle of Cats, and those boots are dumb. The drafting in
No,
that game
you
is
just-
not good.
Reed, you don't have to have all the boots every time.
Yeah, Reed, I don't know if you know how to play that
It's
game.
a balance. It's a balance. You can't fixate on them.
Half of the game is passing cards around.
I know, but that's not half
And
boots.
that box has so many cards in it. It has even more cards than the original one.
I know.
I think she's eating that game. Gillian has been wearing her down for
Years.
so I think this is gone. Reed, are you going to not make a decision? You want happiness? Ugh, gross.
No, I think it's gone.
Okay, yeah.
Well, now I'm keeping it.
You won't even get the point for it. Okay, this is our last one. Again, subjective to the person. What game does Reed own now that she won't later?
I don't even know what game she owns because I don't have a board game shelf to reference.
I mean, Reed, will you still own all the Span games?
I'm going to say Takedo.
Oh.
I'm going to say Kunahora.
Okay, I did already return Kutnahora.
Oh, see, I get it. I get the point already.
That was in 2025. It's for 2026.
No, I think I actually...
Yeah, just returned it, so I got it.
I
Yeah,
returned
yeah.
it. Good job. I did send a picture of it being returned. The Span games for me are games that I have for other people to play. And so I'm not going to get rid of any
Say
of
that
those.
now until you start putting your games on your shelf and you're like, ooh, these 2 shelves aren't enough. I need to get rid of some games. Then you're going to have to think long and hard about which Span game you want to keep.
You get rid of Finn's band probably, and then I'm sad, and then you're sad, and then maybe you don't, but then you eat it while I'm not looking like Gillian's doing.
No,
with
I'm
Isle
not
of
going to
Cats.
get rid of any of the Span games.
I know a way to ensure I get a point. I'm like, Wingspan. Reed, let me buy Wingspan from you.
Okay, I'm going to say if Moon Colony Bloodbath is not a good time, I'm going to be sad because that was the game that I researched on my own, really wanted, dug into, bought. And if I don't like it or if we don't like it, I'm going to be sad about that and I will get rid of that.
Yeah, that's where I was putting my money, was on Moon Colony. I know your hopes are really, really high. So also, if you do like it, you are definitely keeping it. But I was like, here's the only one that I think is kind of on the edge of maybe. My other thought was On Mars. Like, if we really don't love the gameplay of On Mars, it's such a big box that you're like,
Dare you?
maybe I don't want this one. Well, if you don't love a Lacerda, or if your friends don't love a Lacerda, why are you kind of keeping
How
it?
Will the Lacerdas even fit on your new shelves?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know the answer to that.
Sideways. It'll be fine.
No, but it's like, I think they're fairly shallow. They're like bookshelves, not like game shelves.
Yeah. I did do a little measurement. I didn't measure Lacerda because I think at the point that I ordered my cabinetry, I didn't own On Mars.
Ooh, it could be your coffee table. You don't have to buy one.
There you go.
That's true.
Gillian, do you have a thought about what Reed is eating?
Yeah, Kunahora.
Okay, that's not an answer.
Well, she's
No,
going to buy
that's
it
what
again.
I said that without realizing she had already returned it.
She's going to buy it again, and then we'll see if we keep it or not. We, as in Reed.
Collectively.
I legitimately, I'm struggling to identify
like,
games you own.
Troya is another one that if we play it and don't love it, I probably wouldn't keep it.
This will get easier when you're at Reed's house and
Exactly,
can see her
yeah,
collection all the
yeah,
time,
yeah,
like you
but
do with
like,
mine. Right now they exist, and like I forgot she bought Stamp Swap. And I was like, oh yeah, I
Well,
forgot
she
you bought
sold
that
it
game.
already, so.
I
No,
know.
I gave it away. Yeah. Easy come, easy go. It will not be Tokaido because I don't care about a busted box and got a really busted box, and I think I would have a hard time selling a busted box.
I mean, maybe, but you are playing a lot more heavier than what you were playing games with your kiddo, and so I could see Takedo falling out of the rotation.
That's true.
Time will tell.
Time. As Reed said, easy come, easy go. We're off to another year. Will we actually keep to any of the resolutions we made? Have you even made it this far onto the podcast? That's the question. Thank you for sticking with us all year. We appreciate it. The laughs, the giggles, the good times, the sassin, and the frassin. If you want to follow along, see our photo of our 66 unique games on our board game shelf. Again, shout out to Jenna at the Board Game Garden. You can check that out on our Instagram page, maybe our BGG page, one day a YouTube page. Well, That's a resolution for 2027. Bye-bye.